Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome into the Coach Smook. Chattin with Coach Smook, man. Here on the Coach Smook Network. How y'all feeling this morning, man? Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves today, man. I feel good, man. Today is a good day. Yes, we got started a little late, but we ain't worried about getting started late. We got started. I'm gonna tell you why we got started late. My camera didn't want to act right. As you all can see, we got a different camera view. So please don't talk too bad about it. Quality of it is not as good as the other one. Are we disappearing in the background? Like, y'all know I be talking about folks doing that now. I can't get caught slipping, y'all. I can't get caught. I'm a real one, man. I can't get caught slipping, man. I can't get caught slipping. So we try to make it look decent today, man. We gotta update. As a matter of fact, what I will do when we go on our first little segue break, I'm definitely gonna try to switch back over to the HD, because that HD will look way better. But appreciate y'all for being here today, man. It's been a eventful weekend, as you all know. If you've been following the content or following myself on Twitter or anything of that nature, or any of the other social media platforms, on any other of our other content pages, we've been dabbling in and talking about what's happening with Alabama recruiting. We've been interacting with a lot of recruits on scene. A lot of FaceTimes were had this weekend, and a lot of information was exchanged with a few of the family members that were along with visits this weekend. And then we also had some camp presence with some recruits that we came across. Zion Iyangbile, right? Zion the Lion, and then his brother Ezekiel. We we've actually come up on the radar with him, and he's a 4-star defensive line prospect in the class of 27. We got to evaluate his film, man. Those two young men been interacting with their families a lot this past weekend, and then got to talk with Dash a little bit, got to talk with Abrams, got to talk with a few of the fellas on campus, man, just talking about the fields around this past weekend's recruiting visit. But a lot of hype going into this week. This week is, I call it Big Bama Week. I don't know what they're calling it officially, but I'm calling it Big Bama Week. And I think this week is going to be a huge week for our official visits. Got a lot of our heavy hitters pulling up this week. We're going to get into the names. Headlining it, though, y'all know my youngin' man, Cedarian Morgan, been very quiet as far as, not necessarily advocating for Alabama, but I think we might see a switch, a shift in that this weekend. I mean, this week coming up to his visit. He's actually going to be one of the first ones on campus showing up Thursday before most everybody else is showing up Thursday night, Friday morning. So hometown guy, kind of pulling like the Ryan Williams type role in this recruiting class. He and Xavier Crowell pulling the Ryan Williams, Xavier Crowell. That's the type of feels I get around. You kind of know that they're going to Bama. You got feels that they're leaning towards Bama, but they're enjoying their process as they should, right? So we'll dive into that conversation. Then to close out the second half of the show, we're going to do some Mary J. We're going to do some prediction type stuff for the SEC. We got the phone call segment tonight, so I'm gonna probably just kind of segue it up to lead it up to tonight's call-in show. Make sure y'all tap in tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean Central Standard Time. I'm sorry, Central Standard Time. To the call-in show, man. I want to hear your voices. We're gonna have some hot SEC takes. Talking SEC college football, doing some preseason things. We're already in the middle of June, everybody. In the middle of June. Juneteenth is this weekend, so I'll be celebrating that, hopefully with some family and friends. But we are already in the middle of June, so let's continue to celebrate. Let's continue to grow. We're at the 10-minute mark. Let's get into the show. What's up, Deborah? Good to see you. What you laughing at, girl? Good to see you, Zach, my brother. Good to see everybody in the chat. Jackson, what's good, man? What's good, Davin? I see you, Dylan. I see everybody in the chat, man. What's good, Sully? Hey, I'm sorry, man. I had to do it to y'all the other night, man. I had to do it to him. No Diddy. I had to do it to him. Jarrell, I had to put BTA, man. That everybody that came on screen except for J-Ro, he came at the end after 8 hours, the 7-hour stream. He come in and get the 8th hour. He got over on me. But yeah, so I have reason to believe, y'all, that we are going to end up with a #1 recruiting class, and I'm gonna talk about that as we discuss the visits, our reports from visits this past weekend. So diving into the show, man. Hopefully y'all ready. Buckle your seatbelts because I'm ready to go. Somebody, come on, man. Come on. In the chat right now. I ain't even got to say it. Y'all know what to put in the chat. Y'all know, as a matter of fact, before we jump into it, good. Let's get it. Hey, somebody say it. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Get into it, chat. You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Get it, chat. Let's get it, chat. Let's get it. Why they playing with us today? Why they playing with us? I don't know. I don't know why they playing with us, but we on one today. Listen, Alabama recruiting right now is probably the hottest talk of the town when it comes to recruiting, man. People are trying to figure out what's going on in Tuscaloosa, to get these young men that are so committed to USC's and are leaning towards the A&Ms and right there in Georgia's backyard, right? How are they pulling these moves, man? What is going on with Kalen DeBoer and Courtney Morgan, Jamarcus Shepard? We know Coach Roach been doing this for a while at Bama. We know Coach G been doing it. But what is this administrative staff doing? I'm gonna tell you what they doing. They not letting you show up. They're not letting you show up and you waiting for your ride. You know, you pulling up either in Birmingham, they coming to get you from Atlanta or Birmingham. They pulling up, they're gonna have you in a nice Suburban. If you're not driving in yourself, right? They're gonna have you in one of them, you know, they gonna wine and dine you. Everybody else do it, but then when you get to the campus, it's not like you just crowded. They allow you the freedom and the space to really get a feel for what the campus and the town brings. You know, they really do. And so just some interactive things that I was able to account for, man, with a few of the recruits this weekend, man. This weekend's visits went well. A lot of eyes opened up to what Alabama is doing as far as development. And then also the transition, the projected transition. And I don't think you all as Bama fans, I'm not going to say we as Bama fans, because I've always said this, and a lot of people they like to think otherwise, right? What's up, Timmy? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Make sure y'all dropping a like on the stream. Don't forget to like and share on YouTube. We're live on all our platforms today. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter, and we're on YouTube. We're not on TikTok right now. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's go live on TikTok because we need this. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. We need to get the TikTok live popped off. TikTok, where y'all at? Go live. It was before I had to reset it. All right, so let me do this real quick, chat. Real quick. It ain't gonna take long. All right, let's copy that. Let's add one. Paste that. Copy that, paste that. TikToky. Save it. Let's see if we do it, chat. What's up, TP? Good to see you in the chat, man. I think we good. Yeah, we live on both. Yes, sir. We live on TikTok, chat. Hey, big homie, if you in the chat, can you go over to TikTok and moderate for me, brother? Big homie, can you go to the TikTok chat and moderate for me if you in the chat? And if big homie's not there, Zach, can you do it over there on TikTok? And then Jordan, no, Zach, stay over here. Jordan, you can go to TikTok or vice versa. Y'all decide. It don't matter. Y'all got it. I got my main mod. And if you all are looking to moderate, I think I got James might pop up on TikTok too. So James, if you pop up on TikTok, pull up and do that for us. But if you are pulling up on TikTok, make sure y'all like and share the stream, man. Let's do it. All right. So back to Alabama recruiting, man. I want to talk about it. Big solid reports from this past weekend. And when I say solid reports, I'm talking about speaking with players, speaking with family members, just like thoroughly impressed to see that Alabama's in the state. And this is the narrative that you're going to get probably for the next 2 years. You know, we had it last year, we got it this year. So I think maybe another year of this narrative, year and a half, we're going to get this narrative. And families, a lot of these families are familiar with the Saban era. They're familiar with the Saban tenure when you come on campus while Saban was there. What's up, Megan? Good to see you, sis. They're familiar with it. They know when you come there, you're going to get the structure. You're going to see all the accolades. You're going to see this. You're going to see this NFL player, future NFL player, this former NFL player come back, this former Bama player that's in the NFL right now, that's a Pro Bowler right there. They seeing all that. It's still happening, right? But the thing is, it's a different feel around it. It doesn't feel like choreographed. It doesn't feel like people are having to, come off. People are doing this on his own time. These young men are coming and committing to showcasing, hey, we want the best of the best to come here. We don't care how stacked we get. We want the best of the best to come here, because no matter if you on the field every Saturday or once every other Saturday, you come here and develop, you go into the NFL. If that's what you want to do. And so that's like the primary focus, showing that we're not scared of competition. We want the best to come here year in, year out. I don't care if you're a 5-star, you coming for my spot, come here and work. It's going to make me better. That's the persona of this team, man. That's the persona of this organization, right? And I love that the families that are coming in, that's the first thing they're going to say, man, it almost feels as if Saban hasn't left. It almost feels like a little bit better than when Saban was here. Like, how dare people say that? But I believe it. Times change, man. I don't think Bear Bryant's way would have worked for Coach Saban. Let's be real. I don't think Bear Bryant's way would have worked for Coach Saban. And just like this, I don't think Coach Saban's way necessarily works for Kalen DeBoer. Now, the structure and the foundation of these things, we can argue that a lot of that is similar, right? How you structure your staffs around, your philosophies, that's a lot similar to what Coach Saban did. But how he's handling recruiting, I think we're seeing another step up in the level of recruiting, because you got to look at all the factors. You're dealing with NIL, you're dealing with portal, right? Now you're dealing with direct pay from the universities, right? And you got a budget. Now we have salary. Basically, we're going to have salary caps and all of these things. So it's a lot more that he's dealing with. And I think Kalen DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, and just how they, strategically hire staff, I think it's playing a huge part in how we're doing a good job early in this official visit season in recruiting. So let's talk about a few players that kind of, uh-oh. Can y'all still hear me? Camera going? Let's get the camera back up. Let's get the camera back up, chat. Let's see if we can get this one to work right. It's a little fuzzy down there. Y'all see that? All right, we'll just do this so we could crop it out properly. I don't want that fuzz down there. All right. It don't look bad, do it, chat? The board, the GOAT, the board. What's up, Sean? My boy Sean in the chat, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to fix the camera. Camera back up. We good? All right. So this the bad camera. This ain't the bad camera. I just got to get an extra light, y'all. So continue to support by super chat and donate and sharing, liking and sharing. You know what I'm saying? Because we need another light. That way we can get rid of this fuzz. We got to get the right light. And this room is the high ceiling, man. I can't use my regular room light and the ring light. I only have one huge one that doesn't have any brightness settings. And I'm trying to supplement with these small ones, but they don't stay charged long enough. So we're going to get the old school set of ring lights, and we're going to set this thing. As a matter of fact, I want my pad lights back. I like the box lights that I used to have. Those got ripped up. But we're going to get it straight. But listen, 2026 guys that I this past weekend, guys, that I'm gonna get a little crazy when I talk about them. I'm gonna get a little crazy when I talk about them, only because I know. You know what I'm saying? So for the first time in a long time, I'm about to be talking just a little bit out the side of my neck, because I want y'all to understand that we grind to get this information for y'all. And you know what? Our delivery is probably one of the most entertaining amongst the platforms, right? It's probably the most entertaining. I accept that. I hold on to that with pride, right? I don't want it to be like everybody else. But not only is it entertaining to us, it's entertaining to the recruits. They love how I keep it a little messy. Oh yeah. Right, Mary J. Right, Mary J. Look at her. Look. See, Mary J the GOAT, bruh. Mary J is the GOAT, chat. Y'all better thank Mary J, because we about to go. We going to another level. All right, chat. Oh yeah, it's good, Mary J. We got all the tags in there. Just gotta set this setting on it, and we good. We good, Mary J. Yeah. Okay. Yo, shout out to the viewers in the chat, man. We got 16 likes, 28 in the chat over there on YouTube, man. Y'all continue to run them likes up. Keep on running them up. We got to hit 25 today. It'll be 34 days in a row that we hit 25 plus likes. So keep it up for yourselves, man. Let's keep it going. All right, back to it. So check this out, y'all. Now, this is what I'm going to say. As you all know, we had some big names, and I'm not going to talk about every recruit. I'm not going to sit here and act like I talked to every recruit. The ones that I did talk to, this is what I'm going to say. And this is just conversation. I didn't ask anything about a visit. I never asked them about what's happening, who's talking, whatever. I never do that. That's crazy. Like, right? But what I do ask, I ask their families, like, what's your feels around this? And I try to, based off of conversations, you can tell how much a family is dialed in on the player making a decision, or the player is dialed in on a family being a part of their decision, right? And so with this group, for some reason, there's kind of like the same feels amongst everybody. It's a family decision, right? This is a family move. And if it's a family move, I could care less. Well, I ain't gonna say I could care less. It's only a certain amount of what the child says or what the son says, the athlete says, that's really gonna come out. Listen to the families talk. And if anybody gonna talk about their babies getting recruited by Alabama, you know who it's gonna be? Fix that light. Fix that light. Y'all see that fuzz trying to? It's gonna be a mama. It's gonna be your mama. Mama gonna always talk. Mama's gonna always talk, right? They gonna celebrate their baby. So, when I talk about guys like Nick Abrams, when I talk about guys like Dash, when I Brandon Arrington, when I talk about guys like Elijah Golden, you know, these are players where you're going to see their families on every visit. Their families are probably going to be interactive on the socials, and they're not doing anything more than what we do as fans. We're supporting them, but they have a more emotional connection. So I look at some of these players schematically, man, guys that fit. You know, Nick Abrams a little undersized at the linebacker position at 220, but look at what we did with Duke Johnson in his last class. Came in at 215, 220, and you see his body developing. Nick Abrams is a guy that is a schematic fit. Now, in my opinion, I think Nick is more of a Michigan lean. You know, but this past weekend, man, there was an impactful interactions happening with him and a lot of those players in the locker room. All right, a lot of players in the locker room. And when you have an idea of what can possibly be transitioning out, and you look on the roster and you say, man, I could do what he's doing. He's a junior, redshirt junior. I could do what he's doing. He's a redshirt sophomore. I could do what he's doing. He's a redshirt freshman. I can see myself doing that. You start to think, man, if I think I'm going to be here 3 years, maybe 1 year developing and getting my body right and learning the scheme isn't half bad. And then on top of that, I'm going to make a couple $100,000 just by showing up, doing my work, doing what I got to do. Maybe go do a few commercials because I'm a top end prospect. This is how the game of recruiting has to be thought about now. It's no longer just committing to, here's the plan for your life, son. Commit to the A. No, it's not happening like that anymore. So we have to be leaders in this game of recruiting. And I think that's what's happening, man. I know that's what's happening. When you can sit down and you can, in the meeting room, right? And you can have your son sit in front of you. Imagine having your son or your child sit in front of you, and there's a coaching staff, and they're basically doing a pre-draft interview, right? Talking about your projections, what your stats and what your accolades can bring you if you can commit to this, right? If you can commit to this part of being a part of Alabama, right? This is what it can get you. All right, we're getting somewhere with the lighting now. I think if I had this bad boy charged up, it probably do good. Y'all bear with me. Y'all know I'm a big audio video person. So okay, yeah. We need a light for the lower part. You see that light go off? So that means that's what's gonna mess with the lighting. So I'm gonna try to plug it up with this. Let me try to do this back. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm out here looking like a soup sandwich. Let's do it. All right, chat. We back. All right, so hopefully that'll help out a little bit. We'll just keep it. All right, so talking about a few guys that were here this weekend. Karan Maycock, free safety. Currently committed to Florida State. 3-star, very underrated. Florida State was probably one of the higher end offers he received first. Naturally, you're going to commit there when you're underrated. You're a Florida kid. It looks good. It brings in that attraction. It brings in the other schools, right? But you turn on the film, he's not a 3-star safety. This is easily a 4-star, 5-star safety, chat. I mean, he has the frame of a collegiate safety, SEC safety. And then I think at the collegiate level, he plays more in the box on the collegiate level. Then I talk about guys like Roman Voss. Voss, I don't know if you want Voss to play linebacker or tight end. What do we want to play? Where do we want to play Voss? Linebacker or tight end? Athlete like that. Same thing kind of with the guy that's visiting this week, Max Sutter. He's visiting this week for Big Bama Week. So it's guys like that. It's guys like that I feel like will have like a high end, like towards the end of their recruiting. They're going to get a lot of attention because their value to play on both sides and fill roster slots with stacked rosters. It's attractive to them. So let's say we get Voss. Like I really think is a linebacker. Let's say he comes and commits as a linebacker, but we have a injury bug or a portal exodus of tight ends this season, right? And he's signed as a linebacker. Well, now the linebacker room might be stacked. Transition to the tight ends side of the ball during your first early enrollee spring, right? Develop in spring, come back in fall, create some more value for yourself. Develop again throughout the fall season. Come back your sophomore year, redshirt freshman year. You're right there in the runnings to get your 2 to 3 years of actual on-field productive play, right? Get some film out there for the scouts. That's what you're setting yourself up for. So guys like Roman Voss, Elijah Golden, another guy, defensive lineman in this class, man. He's the bigger of the spring guys that we're looking for in this 26th class. As you all know, we've kind of stayed at that 6 foot, 6'2" defensive tackle. Well, he's one of those interior guys. You're going to see him when he get off the bus. 6'4". I think he's about 6'4", 6'5", 260. Definitely going to get bigger as he continues to fill out his frame. One thing about Golden, though, I don't know what the word was around him, but I think Oklahoma is really going to make a push for this young man. And I look at how they went and got Stone a few years ago. Golden, it might be like the next priority defensive line guy that they try to pull in. Let me know if I'm lagging or not, chat. It looked like I was lagging a little bit. Did I glitch a little bit? Might have glitched a little bit. It's all good. But now let's talk about Dash and let's talk about Abrams. Let's talk about Brandon Dash and Nick Abrams. So there was a post that I saw my brother Brody Smook post, and it was those two taking a picture together. I want to say, first let's go to Twitter, and I just want to look at some of the posts from this weekend. This right here is funny right here because I said this when we were talking to him the other day. Here we go. Check it out. Look at my guy, man. Coach Mo. Little bro out there. You know what I'm saying? Little bro out there. DJ in the back. Y'all see DJ? Look how much taller DJ is over Chuck and who was that? Xavier? Chuck and Xavier. That's that Cali love. You got DJ, Xavier Brown, Chuck McDonald. You got Mater Day in that mug, and then you got him. Old Dash. That's all that Cali DBs, man. Cali been putting out some quality guys. Alabama been going out there and picking them up. So it wouldn't be crazy to see him join this crowded DB room, because this crowded DB room could just as well be uncrowded next year. Sapp, Hubbard, Deshaun Jones, Calhoun is eligible. Right? Those are 4 guys that's eligible. You got Mincy in that room. He's not eligible, but you know what I'm saying? He'll be back. Got Lee coming back. You got a lot of young guys that's going to be there. You got an opportunity to step right into the role of the guys that's preceding you. That's the money. That look like Xavier. You sure that ain't Xavier? Let me go check. Some light-skinned Cali boys. Nah, bro. I think that's Xavier, bro. Let me see. That's definitely look like Xavier Brown. Or am I tripping? Is that not the same kid? Or am I tripping?
We're here for our convertible.
Or are you?
How about an SUV?
I don't want the SUV or the convertible. What are we talking about? That wasn't the same kid, chat? Hold on, I'm going back. I gotta present it. It wasn't the same kid? Are we not seeing this? Hold on. Are we not seeing this? I don't think y'all are right. I think that's Zay. I think that's Zay. I really do. Hold up, we got a debate on screen. Light skinned Cali boys. Too much Drake stuff going on. We can't even tell y'all apart. That is not the money, bro. Chat, that is not the money. Look at these pictures. I don't know, chat. I think y'all might be wrong, chat. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, that might be the money. Yeah, that's the money. I don't know, man. Hold up. Let's go back to Zay. Look at Zay, though. Eyebrows a little bit too. Yeah, that's the money. That's the money. Hey, not us having a debate. Hey, light-skinned Cali boys, I need one of y'all to get a slash in the eye so we can know who Damani and who Zay is. How about that? Nah, that's them boys, man. The DBs, future DBs, looking to tie Dash into this defensive back group, man. I'm telling you. And the funny thing about it is, like, you look at this group of guys, man, I'm sweating like crazy in this room, chat. You look at this group of guys, Jesus. It's hot, man. It got hot in here. By fans, all this, the heat. I've been up since 4 o'clock, too, so don't mind me, y'all. But too much Drake stuff going on. Well, this defensive back room, Coach Mo, man, they seem to be padding it, like really padding it up with a lot of prospects, high-end prospects, and bringing them in and developing them. You know, Chuck McDonald was excited to get on campus early, you know, but he wasn't able to get here in the spring. So getting here early in the fall, starting to develop, get into walkthroughs with these guys. A lot of these walkthroughs and things that you're seeing talked about with guys practicing on their own, it's to showcase, for instances like this. Chuck McDonald can speak to Dash and be like, look, bro, you ain't got to rush to be an early enrollee to feel like you're going to get a chance. I showed up 2 weeks ago, and I'm already out there doing walkthroughs and working out and all this stuff. They mixing me in. The older guys are mixing me in the twos and the ones. Right? We getting the work in. It's a realistic plan to come here and see some progression, some development. All right, let's go back to our Twitter feed. Let's go here. Let me see. Go back full screen. Y'all is a trip, man. Y'all done had a whole debate. Light skin, boy. Y'all jokers got to get better, man. Y'all got to do better, man. Help us out. Get a chain that say your name on it. Y'all got all these chains. Get a chain. Probably do got one. I'm probably just not seeing it. What else we got, chat? This past weekend, I need to go back to Abrams' post. Here we go. That's the one I wanted. Thought I bookmarked it, but clearly I didn't. And then somebody, I had some information put out. Not information. I had a screenshot put out. It was funny. Somebody got mad because I was on FaceTime with Nick Abrams. Why you getting mad? All right, here go the Nick Abrams picture, y'all. This is the one I used for the thumbnail today. And y'all know why. Y'all know why. Y'all know what happened the other day. This group of guys, man, is different right here. And I'm gonna talk about it. Talking about QB, talking about Luke, and AJ right there on the end. I think that's Marshall right there. Is that Marshall? Or is that Caden? That's Caden. Caden Jones right there. I thought there was a AAA hat on that man head, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap. But nah, you look at those guys, man, and I say this, man. You talking about your linebacker room. Bunch of young guys that could come together and just be like fitting pieces. I think the guy that's ahead of the curve as far as the leader and the development, you're looking at Abdul Sanders, right? As far as development, ready day one right now, can go on impact right now, even ahead of QB, right? So I look at this group. If you can tie a guy like Nick Abrams into this class, along with Xavier Griffin, another guy that's ahead of the curve, you get 3 of those linebackers, those inside guys to commit to this class, you're really setting yourself up for the exodus of Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, Nakai Hill Green. You can lose for Tua Henry, who's going to be floating in that inside linebacker room. You can keep Noah Carter in the edge rushing room and not have to go and get so many guys, which is a lot of guys in this class. There's a lot of guys in this class. But I think Alabama really only wants to go and target 2 true edge guys, and then get refill that bandit position and that inside linebacker room. I think that's where Alabama's priorities will be for this recruiting class. At that bandit position, the interior defense line, and the inside linebacker room. The secondary is going to continue to pad some guys. But you're going to see this thing continue to develop, right? And what's up, Pastor B? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, family. Always good to see you, brother. Pastor B in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all show Pastor some love, man. Always bringing the encouraging words every week, man. Y'all, I don't know why my camera keeps glitching like this, but I'm about to go back to the other camera because I don't like this. Let's see if we're going to be straight right here with this one. All right, we back. We back, chat. Yo, what in the world? Chat, I've never seen that happen. Chat, I've never seen that happen on ever, chat. Let me fix the green screen. Jesus. Oh my God, that was ugly. Did y'all see that? I put me in the portal, what? They tried to put me in the portal, man. They tried to take me out. But Nick Abrams going into this room would be crazy. It would be crazy to add him to this room. Along with, I know I have strong feels. I'm like 98% sure we getting Xavier Griffin. And then you got to think, you got another guy we just talked about, Roman Voss. You know, another guy that's ahead of the development curve at both positions, tight end and linebacker. I think he's more of a linebacker fit. But he will be kind of like ahead of him and Xavier Griffin will be the guys that I think will come in because of their size and their frame and the systems that they play in. They'll be day one ready. Nick Abrams will come in specialty, rotational depth, development, put some weight on that frame. Redshirt freshman year, ready to go out there and contribute in an impactful role. What you're talking about is quality is value, man. Upside is up there. It's up there, chat. It's up there. Way up there. Now, a little bit talking about guys that you probably didn't hear much about. The 4-star offensive tackle, Wilson Zaire. I think one of the things with him is just looking at the depth at the offensive tackle position, right? And with this class, I'm not sure how they're going to do with this class, the staff is going to do with this class, because you saw them kind of pull off of guys as they got those heavy commitments early on from Michael Carroll, not Mal Waldrop. It was Michael Carroll, Jackson Lloyd. They kind of pulled off of their offensive line push because they assumed that they would be able to go and get some quality guys. They had a good feel with the guards in that class with Michael Dubose, a strong feel with him, got his commitment. He kind of was wavering a little bit in between, but then, fully committed. And then we got Mal Waldrop, who was kind of quiet throughout the process. I think Alabama was kind of quiet about contacting him. He was an Auburn lean for a lot of platforms that were watching him. But I kind of figured that, with the depth at the interior offensive line room, especially at the center position, Mal Waldrop, he's probably going to be your next, Bama center, the guy that develops as the 2-year, 3-year starter at center. So I like to see what we have in the offensive line room. Going to be interesting to see what this. I didn't hear anything special about Zaire and his change on where Bama is. He's still high on Wisconsin, still high on Michigan. I think Georgia's right in the mix right there. And Bama's right there in the mix. So it's guys, and I think you got a guy that's coming from Georgia, man. It's never good to count Kirby Smart and their staff out from going in and kind of swiping these guys up. And let me pull up his profile. I think his Georgia visit is this weekend. No, he already took the Georgia visit. Oh, so we were his last visit. We're his last visit. So we'll be watching that really closely towards the end. And his commitment date, he hasn't set one. Hasn't set a commitment date. So big offensive tackle. Keep an eye on that one, chat. Keep an eye on that one. All right, let me pull my worksheet back up. I don't like using 247. I feel like it'd be too far off or too far behind, honestly. And if y'all haven't followed my bro Brody, man, y'all make sure y'all go follow him, man. All right, this is who we was just talking about. Roman Voss. Y'all see he's hanging out with the tight ends, right? I told y'all this is a group of guys. Talk about setting the tone for the new tight end. And this is no slight at Danny Lewis, right? This is no slight at what's the other Lockwood? I think that was his name, or am I too far back? There's no slight at those guys, right? It's just, I think what this offensive system is designed to do. Look at the frame of these guys. Look at these guys. Similar builds. Caleb, Jay, Marshall, right there. Right? Jack over there on the right. Look at the builds. And then look at Mac. He looks like a undeveloped version of these guys. I mean, the frame, the build, look at him. So I love what we're doing. I love what we're seeing. Son, shut your... Nah. Anyway, here's a picture of Voss with the Alabama tight ends. Hey, so I look at this. Check this out. We talked about how excited Marshall Pritchett was how exciting Marshall Pritchett was looking during spring ball. Caleb Edwards is more of a receiving threat, in my opinion, more of a receiving threat than Marshall Pritchett. Marshall Pritchett is more of a complete tight end. He's a complete tight end. He's going to do everything at a high level. Nothing's going to drop off with Marshall. I promise you, no blocking, nothing. Caleb Edwards is more of your hybrid receiving threat. You want to be that dude. You want to put him in the passing concepts. You know he's going to be able to deliver there. Going to develop in the blocking. And my thing is, I think he just gets overextended on blocking. Sometimes he just gets too much of a bully and overextend. But other than that, you're going to see him develop in his collegiate game. You got Jay Lindsey, who's finally coming off of that injury. He got some opportunities to showcase his skill set this past spring, creating depth. I think behind Josh Cuevas, man, you got Marshall Pritchett and Danny Lewis, but right there behind them, man, you got Jay Lindsey and Lockwood, who had to got a lot of quality reps during the spring after all the tight ends went down in the tight end room. Not laughing at the injuries, but it was crazy that every tight end went down but one in spring ball. So continue to showcase that we're going to continue to develop those guys. And there's probably workload bearing that had a lot to do with some of these injuries. Getting guys actually getting looked at in passing scales, getting hits, taking hits during scrimmages because they having to do more than block. They taking hits because they giving the ball more, right? So you getting little tweaks. That's a good thing at some point, right? Tight end seeing the ball. We don't want them injuries though. So Max Sutter, that's pretty cool seeing that picture of him. Shout out to Brody for being on top of all this, man. We had a crazy busy weekend. A lot of our stuff isn't going to be on social media as much, man. We're literally interacting with a lot of these players. So kind of to update my list, my hot list on guys that we're looking real good on. And I want y'all to kind of take this as we talk about, we transition and where we at the 45-minute mark. We're going to transition into this upcoming week, and then we're going to get some hot takes to close out the show. Some guys that I really feel like are leaning towards Bama should be committing soon, or will end up being Bama commits. And I'm going to just go through my list right here, and there's no particular order of when and where. I just feel like this is what's happening. Now, since last night, what's today? Monday. So since Friday, we talked about J.J. Finch. We talked about Deacon Schmidt. They were two guys that I felt were going to be early guys that commit early after they visit. Now, J.J. Finch, he's taking the Tennessee visit, right? Now, I believe that we are really in a fight between Tennessee, and it's between us and Tennessee. I really do. The Michigan visit, it was normal. I think it was normal. I don't think it was much change in that where they stand with Michigan, but the Tennessee visit this past weekend was very good from what I hear. So J.J. Finch, if we don't get him as an early commit, that's one of the guys that I saw would be kind of like a depth piece in this class. A skilled, underrated guy, 6'3", 250, 260, right? Bandit interior. Both of those, he can play in both of those spots. He brings us that, right? But then you look at the rest of this class on the defensive line, I still think we got Titan Davis coming. You see the interest that Elijah Golden was being shown this past weekend. Those two guys in particular, you get them, you kind of lock up your interior on this class. And then you look at guys like on that Just that defensive front alone that's already committed. Kamarion Johnson is there. Kamari Brooks is going to be on the edge 1 year, and he's only at 220 right now, but he's going to be a bigger frame defensive end edge rushing guy. Jamari Matthews, bigger frame. So this defensive front, they're already stacking it up right now. Alabama's already doing it with the guys that they have leaning towards. And you go and I'm telling you, another name, we getting excited about it because I think it's done. I think it's already done. I think we're waiting on the announcement, a special big lineup announcement. But Xavier Griffin in this class too. Talking about that front or the front seven of the defense. This is a solid class already. Now, KJ Ford, a lot of people we were talking hype on him. I don't think he's a Bama. I don't think Alabama's made any headway in getting his interest. Had a great visit, but you're talking about a kid from Texas. USC is really heavy on him, and they're going to throw that bag at him. A&M is really heavy on him. They're going to throw that bag. And he's looking at this room right now, and does KJ Ford fit this scheme as far as his edge rushing style? As great of a pass rusher as he is, I don't think his style, what he does, and what pops off the paper fits the scheme. Right? I don't think it fits the scheme. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. Great edge rusher. Want to be elite at the collegiate level, but he can fit his scheme, what his skill set allows him to do to create value for him at the NFL level. What he's going to transition to a lot more easier is what you see at A&M, what you see at USC. You think you miss on Kamari Brooks? I don't think so. I think Brooks is a strong push. I think Kamari Brooks is a strong push. I think we're going to be real tight on the race with him. Honestly, I believe that's why he might not even change. He might not even set his commitment date until early signing day. I don't think he's going to actually announce. I don't think he's going to make a verbal. I think us and Georgia are right there on him. Us and Georgia. I don't think USC's in there no more. I think he's going to be the one that ends up getting that late surge of prospective ratings, right? Derek Cooper, the running back. I've been seeing a lot of buzz with how he's responding to that Bama energy, right? Coach G spoke about him. Coach G spoke on him, what it was, Thursday or Wednesday of last week after the visit. I think we're in good position with him. Jaira Edwards, I know a lot of people were on that buzz. I just don't see it. Oregon, Georgia. I really see a better fit for him in Oregon, Georgia. I think he was very impressed. His family was impressed during the visit. Secondary-wise, is just not. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe they make a push. Maybe Alabama could continue to gain that interest throughout the season. But if he was to set an announcement day or commit today, I think if we get Edwards in this class, it's going to be off of a flip. If we do get him. And I think we still have a chance, whether when he commits or not verbal. I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance as long as any in-season visit that's even worse for anybody else recruiting him. Sam Utu, we got that commitment already. I am still strongly feeling 4-star Corey Barber decommitment from Ole Miss. There's a lot of wide receiver prospects in this class. I was talking with one of my friends here in the industry a few days ago, Friday, and we were talking about Alabama wide receiver targets in this class, right? And the young man, Owen Cabell, we talked about how Alabama offered him in this class and how he was excited about getting the offer. But also, you got to think, we're still pushing for Sedarian Morgan in this class, right? You're still pushing for Boobie Feaster in this class. What's another wide receiver I think we're really pushing for in this class? I said C.D. Morgan. I don't think Tristan Keys is a LSU lock. I don't think he going anywhere. But you got athletes in this class like Dash who want to play on both sides, right? So you look at the wide receiver targets in this class. It's not a lot of them that are pure wide receivers. Caden Protho, I don't think we have his interest anymore. So getting a wide receiver flip like Corey Barber would be huge. And then there's another linebacker that's going to be visiting this week. Another wide receiver that's going to be visiting this week, and I'm going to talk about it. I think he's going to be a late add-on, not on the official list. But if we can get even these skill sets, man, if we can get all these type of skill sets in the wide receiver class with 3 wide receivers. You're talking about a big body receiver in Sedarian Morgan. Talking about a solid slot size receiver in Corey Barber or Owen. And then you go and get another Z-style receiver in this class, like Booby Feaster. This can continue to be ugly. And so with the upcoming week, let me look this up real quick, chat. I gotta find the here it is right here. Here it is right here. Here it is. Is this it right here? No, that's not him. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. It's in my inbox, chat. I'm sorry. And we didn't have a Sumerian Wingo spotting this weekend, but still talks with him. We didn't have an official spotting. I couldn't confirm. Where is it, man? I can't find it. Where is he? Owen Cabell. It wasn't him. It was somebody else getting added to the list for this weekend. I think he was a Kentucky lean. But he's gonna be here on the 20th. I think it might be Brian Williams, chat. I need to go check. You'll take Owens over CD and the other wide receivers. I kind of get where you're going. I kind of get where you're going when you talk about schematic fits. But when I look at skill sets, bro, there's no way I'm passing up on CD Morgan. He can play every spot in the wide receiver room. Slot, Z, X. Like he has the frame for it all. Speed. Highest vert in this class. Like this, CD Morgan is the true number 1 receiver in this class. 6'4", 210. You don't, I don't care. You 6'2", 220, whatever. You don't beat out 6'4", 210, 4.39, 4.41 speed. You don't beat that out. And that's a strong, I think Sedarian is a strong Bama lean. Brian Williams, right? Jason, the wide receiver, I think he's leaning towards Kentucky. I think they say he was a Kentucky lean or a Florida lean. It was either Florida or Kentucky. Brian Williams. I was talking with one of my trainer friends down in Florida. He's in Tampa, and he was talking about this young man been coming up on the radar, wide receiver prospect Alabama gonna be looking at. And I followed the trails, followed the crumbs. I believe it's Brian Williams. 6'4", yep, this him right here. Somebody just sent me the link. This is him, 6'4", 185. He's coming for an official. He didn't come to he didn't make it official. Davin, that was an unofficial 2 weeks ago. He coming for an official this week, I think, is what's being said. He's being added to the list, the official visit list. But I don't think that's the same Williams I don't think we're talking about the same Williams though, Davin. I'm looking at this profile. He hasn't been to Bama. Bama offered him. He didn't visit. He Jordan, he did. He took a visit last week. But you see, he took it right before he took this one. That's gonna be the fun part. And you know what? I saw something on it. I thought it was real at first, but I'm gonna have to check. But yeah, I think that's the Brian Williams we talking about, Davin. Because this one is saying he has Notre Dame this weekend, and the 19th is what? When's the 19th? Thursday. So it wouldn't be crazy for him to show up on the 19th or show up on the 20th during Big Bama weekend when all the festivities kick out Friday. Coach, do we need to check him out? Coach mentioned on B. Williams. No. We don't need him. He's a high prospect. He's a high profile prospect. We do check him out, Coach, for the prospects that's not getting their attention. Brian Williams he's definitely about to get that attention. I promise you, people going to know about Brian Williams. Be on the lookout for that name. And I'm going to confirm if he was the add-on, if it's the same Brian Williams. What's up, DJ German? Welcome in, family. Roll Tide. Good to see you. listen, so that's kind of where we're sitting at right now. We're recruiting this weekend. Let's go through the list. Our official visitor list for this weekend. Talk about the names that I'm excited about, more so not necessarily just excited about, just guys that I really feel like are really going to be Bama guys. It's going to be a crazy weekend. Thursday through Saturday. When, Smooth? I don't think we're talking about the same wide receiver. Can't be. He never came. He at Notre Dame. He's at Notre Dame this Thursday. And then I think he's being added this Friday through Sunday. That's what I'm hearing. Y'all about to piss me off trying to act like y'all know something. Anyway, Xavier Crowell gonna be here. My boy Max Sutter. We already saw that hype around Roman Voss. Max Sutter is gonna be probably getting that same type of feels with them tight ends. The thing is with Mac, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. My thing with Mac is the boy is a nasty tight end. I was watching him in 7-on-7 last year when Ohio State, was really heavy on him. I mean, that's who I was watching last year, chat. So Midwest Boom, I think, is the team he paid for. And got a couple of Bean tops. 6'5", 235, man. He a dog. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. So it was Williams that came. It wasn't an official then, because they put him on the official list. I'm looking at the conversation right now. Just telling y'all what I know. Just telling you what I know, not what I heard. Just telling you what I know. Looking at the conversation. Put him on the official list. So we're looking at it, man. Max Sutter coming this weekend. That's a higher profile prospect. It's going to be hard to get his eyes away from Ohio State. Ohio State is doing it right now with the wide receivers, the tight ends. You see they was able to get Turbo from us last year. He's more of a running back, slot wide receiver guy. We got Emmanuel Ruffin coming on campus. This guy, let's go ahead and lock him in, Bama. Big in-state recruit, uncommitted right now. LSU is heavy on his tail. Florida is going to be jumping in that mix. LSU is hot on him. Let's go ahead and get him. Let's lock him in. Emmanuel Ruffin, 6'4", 290, the interior guy. Hey, I think he's your next Quentin Williams prospect if you get him in his class. Same thing with how we got Mduma this past class, and Asaya Fager. Like, you got to have those anchors in the middle that can really hold it down. And I think Ruffin is that dude, but Ruffin can get to the quarterback too. A couple more guys that I'm excited. Mitchell Smith, the offensive tackle. Late addition to this 3-star, right? 3-star, late addition to this list. I can't remember when he set the official, but he was a late addition to this 20th. What does the offensive tackle room look like if we get 3 tackles in this class? Because you got a lot of guys in front, like not just tackles, but offensive linemen. Casey Poe, Olis Alanin. What's the other young man's name, man? Got Formby in that room that's really just now starting to blossom. You got Sanders in that room that's really just starting to come into his own. You got guys that you brought in. Cam Dewberry, is he a redshirt sophomore this year? What's Cam Dewberry's classification? Or is he a senior? Is he draft eligible? It doesn't matter. I know we have 3 draft eligible offensive linemen this year. 3 of them. 4, honestly, including Vandermark, guys that's going to be gone. And so we got a lot of depth to fill at the offensive line position after this year. A lot of people say 4 guys. Yeah, that's a lot. So Dewberry's, you talking about 5. You're going to have to fill the whole new offensive line over the next 2 years. You might have one guy carry over, Wilkin Formby. Then everybody else is going to be newer guys. So you got to go and get tackles in this class. Second year, you're going to have a second-year starter, possibly at quarterback next year. Yeah, Dewberry, the transfer, yeah. I thought he was a redshirt sophomore coming over. So he might be a senior in class and redshirt junior on the field, is what I'm thinking. Y'all know we got Anthony Davis. I think Auburn's really got this young man. He looks like an Auburn type linebacker. Same as that guy. Lake Mary High School, Brian Williams, June 5th to June 7th official. Well, I'm gonna show you this one. Brian Williams. Where it is. Can I screenshot it? I'm gonna screenshot it and post it. Official, June 20th, June 21st. And then they got another comment, so that means he might be there till Sunday. Pull this up. Why can't I share in this app? I can't share screen in the app. StreamYard's lame. StreamYard's lame. StreamYard's lame. I can't share screen in the app. Show you. Hey, shoot, Ryan did it. Ryan did it last summer or the summer before last. You had a couple guys do that. It happens though. That Coleman, y'all remember the Coleman kid out of Saraland, out of Mobile? He was doing it too. It's going to happen throughout the season. It's going to continue to happen. But who else we got? Who else we got this weekend? Zaki Helton. Y'all know he's a high prospect, probably the most underrated offensive lineman in this class. Committed to Georgia right now, but Alabama's going to stay on his tail. We were on him early in his recruiting process. We were on him early in his recruiting process. I think there's going to be a continued effort. Now, big names in the secondary that I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. After I've been speculating, maybe flips and decommits. We know Elbert Hill hasn't announced that decommit from USC officially yet, but there's been a lot of talks about USC just losing guys left and right. Same thing happened with Auburn recently. Auburn's been it's been a lot of offensive guys decommitting from Auburn. Defensive guys decommitted from Auburn. So Alabama's preaching a good word over here and making a good pitch to get guys to commit to this new system. So I look at Elbert Hill making a visit this weekend. Coach Mo, go do your thing. Chuck, all y'all guys go do y'all thing. And then you got with Coach Mo having that connection to that Cincinnati area, it's going to be easy. I think with him and the other young man that's in this 26 class that they just offered, Rael, I forget his name. I forget. Gurman. I think he's a solid Georgia lean. I think he's a solid Georgia commit right now, but we're going to continue to target him. I don't think that's a flip there. He's a solid Georgia commit. I'm not going to come out and say that's a flip. Something has to happen during the season. Like usually what happens in these flips, something in the season happens with that team, or they see something transpire, or they see like maybe a guy pops that's right there in front of them as a freshman, and they don't want to come in and deal with that. They want to be the next one. So it could be small stuff like that that could cause a flip. But Elbert Hill, y'all, I would love to get that flip, that decommitment and that flip to pad that cornerback room again. I just love what Coach Moore is doing with the secondaries. These guys that we get, you got Edmonds in this class already. You got Gibson in this class. You know, they've kind of been going after three corners since they've been on campus the last year. You know, we've seen them kind of retain the 24 class. You've seen them target the 25 class, and you see them targeting the 26 class, and they're targeting, 3 or 4 corners in each one of those groups that are day one ready. So you're creating quality day one ready, not necessarily CB1 ready, but day one ready. Come out there, do a simple job, be effective being an athlete, right? That's what you're seeing with this staff, and they're recruiting in the secondary. Shout out to the 43 in the chat over here on YouTube. Make sure y'all could continue to run the likes up, man. We got 43 in the chat. How many likes we got? 30 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up. So that's it for our this weekend's visit. Full list. I'm gonna do the full list. Xavier Crowell, Everett Hill, Max Sutter, Lasai Jackson, and another safety. I didn't even say that about him. Stanford, Georgia Tech. He's all over the place. All over the place with his interests. I think it's all about education for him. At the end of the day, a little bit undersized, but you look at him on film, man. He's one of those. I give him more of a Eddie Jackson type safety, right? We saw Eddie, and see, I don't think Eddie Jackson got enough credit. I don't think Eddie Jackson got enough credit for being a physical back. I don't think he was. I don't think people look at how he run fit from the free safety position. We know Smooth. We talk. Mary J. Smooth about to get put in timeout. I think he just want to regurgitate himself. He want to hear self talk at this point. Emmanuel Ruffin, man, for real. Emmanuel Ruffin. We got him on campus. Ryan Estrada. Have y'all heard about him? The running back. Go turn his film on. Go turn his film on. He's a juke stick. A juke stick. Go turn his film on. Go turn his film on. Zaki Helton again. Georgia commit. We remember how heavy Bama was on him. Mitchell Smith, C.D. Morgan. We got some guys showing up early this week, though. Early in the week. Probably not going to hear much about them. I don't think we have much of a chance with these guys. These are kind of like, to me, check the block visits. You know, just see what they talking about. And I want to say, like, God, in-state guy Tyson Bacon might be the one that we really try to talk to, because he would be your in-state kind of a swing commit. But I think he's really, really locked in with Miami, man. Miami got this, man. And sometimes it just works out like that. Some things you just grow up liking. Some things you're just different from your friends. You don't necessarily not every Bama boy that grew up in Bama is an Auburn or Alabama fan. I got a friend right now, man. He's a Georgia fan, diehard Georgia Bulldog fan, and been that since high school. You know, since I met him in high school. Grew up in Russell County, Alabama, diehard Georgia fan. From down the road in the country and everything. All right, Mary J. Appreciate you for doing what you do. And we really about to close out with our last segment here in about 5 minutes. Coming up on an hour and 15-minute mark. Who else on this list? You got Tyson Bacon showing up tomorrow. The IMG kid, Preston. And then Tristan Keys, the LSU commit. Now, Keys is somebody that I think, if anything, he's going to troll the hell out of us this weekend. Not in a bad way. He's going to be respectful. And people are going to try to make something out of it, right? But I really think that he's a LSU lock. Having him on campus is more so of Alabama still getting respect type thing, right? And rightfully so. Rightfully so. You definitely always, as a prospect, I always encourage every recruit to go and see what every university has to offer that wants to offer you something, especially on this level, right? At the Power 4 level in the SEC. You setting yourself up for success when you open your ears up, your eyes up to any opportunity, you know. So shout out to the big 32 likes on the stream, man. Y'all going crazy right now, man. Y'all going crazy right now. So right here at the show, man, at the hour and 10-minute mark, hour and 11-minute mark, we're going to take a quick break here. Give you all the opportunity to become members of the AAA family. And the way you do so is just pay attention to the video. I can help you out, but the video tells you how to do it. Makes it a lot easier. And think about becoming a member of the AAA family, man, and supporting the Coach Smook Network and continue to help us grow. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok.
Put me in the game, coach.
Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Listen. We're gonna end the show, man. Right here, we're gonna end it. Last 20, 30 minutes, man. Hey, shout out to the TikTok chat, man. TikTok chat been going crazy over there. We done got some gifts, we done got some diamonds, all that stuff. I don't even know. Like, I hate this layout because I can't see who gave what. But let me see if I can scroll up. Let me see. Paris came through and came. Hey, listen, shout out Paris. I just met Paris yesterday on TikTok. We were literally I'm as you all know, we're trying to grow the TikTok side of our platform. We're really trying to do some things and can continue to expand the brand, not just with sports coverage, but we got gaming content, but we got interactive content, community work, we got networking, business opportunities for a lot of people. So if you're looking to just kind of just network with other entrepreneurs, tap into my Smook Hines page on YouTube. That's where we're going to do that. You're going to see a lot of vlog content. You're going to see a lot of things where I'm interacting with other personalities. Hope you're doing. Oh, shout out to Cindy. She's listening in. She just texted me. See, this is my show, so I can do it like I want to. See, when we go national, I can't be doing stuff like this. So y'all better enjoy it while we can. God really about to take us to higher places, man. So enjoy it while y'all can. But shout out to everybody over here. We got my big sister Deborah sharing over there on TikTok, man, sharing it up. We done had a total of 42 peak viewers on TikTok. 42 peak viewers, man. Awesome. I'm laughing because God is really he blowing my mind this morning. Also we got we had some diamonds sent from my brother Big Homie, 50 GGs, man, and Big 10 gifts. What kind of gifts are those? I can't tell, man. I can't say. My brother Big Homie saying put me in the game, coach over there. We're trying to figure out how to get the chat right all right over here on the screen. I think we probably gonna have to go back to Streamlabs or something to get TikTok chat added to the screen and all that, kind of like what we pop out. But I want to get in the comments, man. We talking some SEC hot takes real quick. I want to take 3 hot takes, and this is basically just schedule projection, things of that nature. I want some hot takes right now. I want to see what you got to take. I saw one earlier, and we know Zach is always going to come and bring the fire, and we're gonna talk about some more hot takes tonight on the call-in show. We're just kind of going to set up the call-in show with this conversation here, and I want to ask y'all something. There's 3 tiers in my book. There's 3 tiers, and you have like your top tier, which are Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas can be in top tier, and I would even say Alabama, LSU, Texas, and Georgia. That's my 4 top tier teams in the top tier. You got 3 tiers, 14 teams in the SEC, or is it 16? I think it's 14 teams in the SEC now, right? All right, so Tier 2, you got like your Ole Miss, you got Florida, you got Missouri, you got Oklahoma. Nah, I ain't gonna say Missouri. Take Missouri out of there. You got Oklahoma, you got Tennessee, right? You got those teams: South Carolina, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Florida, and Auburn. Tier 2. And then tier 3 teams that just aren't going to figure it out just yet, but they're gonna do what they do, and better be careful. You got Vandy, you got A&M, you got I won't even say Arkansas, Missouri, and then you got your teams that just might not be able to do it this year. And I take that in full respect to seeing the roster turnover, knowing what's available, how they weren't able to capitalize on the portal like some other teams in the league. And you got to feel sorry for teams like Mississippi State. You got to feel sorry for teams like Kentucky, right? You got to feel sorry for teams like Arkansas. Like those teams are going to struggle this year. You're going to see the lack of depth in the interior on both sides of the trenches, the lack of quality secondary talent, right? Development. So it's going to be a lot of the same issues with those bottom tier teams. But I wanted to make some hot takes. All right, let's go, man. Y'all know down in Alabama, we got to do what we do. Here's my hot take. If Alabama is undefeated through South Carolina game, that's October 25th at South Carolina. If we win at South Carolina, Alabama will be the first undefeated 16-0 national championship team in this new college football area. What? If Alabama is undefeated through South Carolina, Alabama will be the first 16-0 undefeated team in this new college football era. I said it. That's number one. Number two hot take. My number two hot take. And I don't think this is. Somebody thought that Georgia losing to Auburn is a hot take. I don't even want to talk about Georgia. I don't think Georgia's going to be as good as they think they are. But my number two hot take is Auburn will be as good as they don't think they, or that we don't think they will be. Or however you word it, Auburn will be a decent team this year. Auburn has a chance to go 10-2, at worst 8-4 this year. That's what I see for Auburn, and it would have to be a horrible showing by Jackson Arnold and that secondary for them to play. Their schedule allows them to have a trash secondary. Auburn will be okay throughout the season against teams that don't have a prolific passing game or a prolific running game, right? Because the running game is going to require assets, and then after that, that's when you see the secondary start to struggle. So any team that's not a strong running team, Auburn's going to be able to handle them. Their offense is going to figure it out. Too many weapons not to figure it out. A decent quarterback in Jackson Arnold. He's not trash. He's decent, right? Better than Carson Beck, in my opinion. So if you're not Carson Becking, then you good, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion. Not a humble one. That's the personal one. All right. So I believe Auburn will be 8-4 at worst, 10-2 at best this season. That's one of my other hot takes. Now, somebody in my chat on TikTok asked about Tennessee. Let's talk about Tennessee. I want to share my thoughts on Tennessee because Tennessee fans were real hyped last year. I don't know why you're not even more hyped this year. I'm gonna tell you right now, losing Nico might take away a lot of the glitz and glamour around your team, but I don't think it slows down any of the development as far as what your team was developing into. And you look at the schedule, Tennessee has a favorable schedule like Auburn. They start the season off against a tough Syracuse squad. I think Syracuse is going to be nice this year. I think Fran Brown is doing some awesome things up at Syracuse. As a matter of fact, we actually had an interaction with Fran Brown on Instagram chat. So y'all know your boy might be making that move. I wouldn't care. I'm a college football. I'm trying to be a college football analyst, sports media personality. I don't want to just be. I love my Alabama Crimson Tide. I want to get back to a point where I could be a fan again. I can't be a fan right now. I want to get back to a point. So in order for me to do that, I got to be able to cover everything. So Syracuse is definitely on the list. Norfolk State Universities up there with Michael Vick. We're going to check them out in July. All right. But back to Tennessee. I think Tennessee beats Georgia in Knoxville. I think that's the first game where we start to see the downfall of this Georgia era. Their first down year. This will be their first down year. I don't think it's the downfall. This is their down year. 8-4, 7-5 type season for Georgia. I promise you all. Y'all think I'm trolling, but I'm so serious. Look past the logo. Look past the logo, and they be like, man, y'all don't even have a proven quarterback. We don't. But we got a lot more proven on outside of our quarterback than what you have. We have a lot more proven on the back end of our defense than what you have. Our front, way more depth. Y'all got more talent right there in your first group, but you don't have more depth of talent. Our front matches up with your front. You might got one edge up right there at the interior based off of proven production, but I think we got just as many talented guys as you got your number one. And they got some hitting guys too. Then you got Tennessee going, they get the host UAB, right? Go back down. They get the host UAB. They go to Mississippi State. I think that's a good one. They get a bye week. They get the host Arkansas. They come to us. I think that's a loss there. Kentucky, they're going to beat Kentucky and Lexington. Knoxville, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's defense is going to be too good at this point in the season. Anybody get in Oklahoma weeks 8 through 12 or whatever that week 7 through 12, I believe, is going to have a problem with Brett Venables and that defense during that time. And by that time, the offense should have been figured out its identity. If it ain't figured out at the beginning, because they brought that new system in. And then Tennessee against New Mexico State, I think they lose in Gainesville to Florida. And then the game against Vanderbilt, I don't know how that's going to turn out. They actually making that a rivalry now, Vandy and Tennessee. All right. So I think right now, Tennessee fans, this is my hot take for you. Your season is going to be better because you lost Nico, in my opinion. You're going to have a lot of young wide receivers that step up and get an opportunity. You got some offensive linemen stepping up, some young first-year starters. It's going to be a rough year, but I think you 8-4 it. I think you put yourself right in the conversation to be right there in the mix to be in the playoff talks with 4 losses because you got 3 quality losses. I think you put yourself right there in the conversation. That's what I'm saying, right? Now, last hot take of the day, and then we're going to end the show. Texas, I think this is your year where you hang on by the nail and you make a solid push. And I hate Texas. I hate them. I'm starting to hate Texas more than I hate Auburn almost. You know, they're burning. It's the fan bases. But I do think that early loss to Ohio State is what makes Texas be a better team. Excuse me, I had to get some sips. I do think that early loss to Ohio State makes Texas a solid team. Because you look at it after Ohio State, they got San Jose, UTEP, bye week, Sam Houston. They go to play Florida and Gainesville. It's going to be a tough game. But I think because of the loss to Ohio State at the beginning of the year, they'll be a lot more prepared in how they want to deliberate their game or execute their game. And so I think you see a better quality product against a good Florida team. So that's a toss-up for me there. Oklahoma, I don't know. Rivalry games, can maintain that offense be on point by the time Texas and that defense, 4th, 5th game into the season, have figured it out? The offense is going to be good. Sarkisian, Manning, and the offense, they're going to figure it out. It probably won't be as explosive, but they're going to be effective. You got number 3 quarterback in Archie Manning. I give him top 5. I ain't going to say number 2 and number 3. Top 5 in the country. Archie Manning. Quality skill set. Going to do all the things you need him to do at the quarterback position to make your team successful. It's going to be hard not to see them being successful at some point in the season, especially with the weapons that they have undiscovered, maybe, but going to be pretty solid. Kentucky right there, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. They got to be on the road for a lot of their gauntlet this year. They got to go to Athens. They host Austin, they host Arkansas, and they host A&M. So big games on the road this year. Georgia, I think they beat Georgia in Athens. I just don't feel like Georgia's going to be good, chat. And Georgia fans, if you come in and watch this and you want to troll me later on in the season when you're, 9-3, by all means, do so. But you won't be a 10-2, 11-1, 12-0 deep playoff push team this season. Get all of your talks from 2021 and your 2022 national championship. Get all of those memories together and hold on to them for, because it's gonna be a few years before y'all thought seeing Bama not be in the national championship game in 5 years was bad. Wait till you see a Georgia fan 5 years from now. Y'all saw what they was doing for 40 years before. Y'all saw what they was doing. It's gonna get bad. And don't let Auburn be the reason why they can't make the playoffs, chat. Don't let Auburn be the reason. You know we gonna give them an L. But just don't let Auburn be the reason. Chat, what's good, man? But yeah, that's my hot takes for today. Hopefully those were good hot takes for y'all. Hopefully they was good enough. You know, I try to service my people the best way I can. And shout out to the 20 in the chat over there on TikTok, man. Y'all going crazy. TikTok, man. What's good over there, man? Show some love for your boy, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Listen, if you all enjoyed that show today, please like, share, and subscribe on the channel, man. Like, share, subscribe on the channel. If you're not subscribed, if you're not a member of the channel, think about becoming a member, y'all. $2.99 help. It goes a long way. I usually don't talk much about, you know, money contributions to the network, but it's an important time in the year with us recovering recruiting. You all don't understand, like, the content creators that YouTube only pays out once a month. So when we get paid nothing, we don't see any of what you contribute as far as like personally. This literally, you all run this channel. So if you all want more information, you all want more depth, you all want more graphics, you all want to continue, you want the entertainment continue to contribute. I'm going to do my part and bring it. I'm going to do my part and get the information. How I present it though is all based on your support. And I'm appreciative of it. It has grown so much. That's why I'm continuing to encourage y'all. Y'all see every week we doing something different on this channel. Y'all see we doing something different every week on this channel as far as appearance, everything. This ain't cheap stuff. I do it because that's what y'all are invested in. So until it starts to run itself, your contributions are they are so important. So I appreciate them. I appreciate each and every one of you. Every direct donation is appreciated. If you want to direct donate, there's multiple ways: Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, at Coach Smook Network. That's the best way to do it. Support the content, support the channel, and that also makes you a co-sponsor on all the streams for that week. So if you donate one time, or you give memberships, or you super chat, your name will be on that banner for the whole week. The whole week we're changing it up. That way we don't have to change it out every show. Your name and your amount. And for real, man, make sure y'all go check out our merch site. We got our merch up now. Not the site. Printify still up. We got all the updated merch. All the prices should be updated. Everything is coming together because we're staying diligent. Also, check out Yarn Apparel at YAHN on Instagram. Y'all better go and cop all that urban streetwear gear. If y'all really want to be hip with what AAA Family is doing, come to the Discord. The Discord is where you're going to get all your information at, and you're going to get your support there. We have a prayer room in the Discord. We have the locker room where we just do all our small talk. We got a topics room that we're going to recreate. We're going to have another chill room where there's going to be an open chat room. You can tap in that mug anytime you want. It's open. Sit in there, wait for somebody to come in. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, Bama football or college football or sports. Try to keep it respectful. You get what I'm saying? It's not being there just talking about weird stuff. That we had that when the 401k keep it a dollar crew was here. We don't want that. We want to keep our stuff like we've been having it the past couple months since they've been gone. Like our community growth has been solid. We haven't seen the craziness in Discord, but y'all see the interaction on all platforms now because we really rocking with each other and we a family. All right. And so tomorrow, don't forget tomorrow, man, every Tuesday, every Thursday, our midday segment, well, our afternoon segment, we're not going to do the midday segment, but our afternoon segment, 6:30 p.m. we'll be doing Check 'em Out Coach, but the midday announcement will air at 11:30. We will do a lineup. I think we're doing 5 athletes tomorrow. We're going to announce it, have a little graphic pushed out, so when we do that, you all know who to look for, who we're going to be talking about that night. And then we're going to always try to get at least 1 or 2 of those guys on that night. And then we're going to have the other one prep for Thursday. We're going to do this every Tuesday and Thursday throughout the whole summer. That's the plan. So if you all continue to send them in, we'll be able to have them 5 athletes per show. And depending on how smooth it continues to run, we might be able to do more. I really want to do 5 athletes because that puts us in 30-minute segments. We may be able to do multiple 30-minute segments throughout the day on Tuesday and Thursday. But right now, 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Got our 8 a.m. show. 8 a.m. show. Then we're live at 11:30 for our gaming content, community gaming, 11 to 5 on Tuesdays. And then we do our night show. Check them out, Coach, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Then on Wednesdays, it's open content day. We try to stay open for any breaking news. This week, we're expecting a few early commit announcements. We're expecting a few Final 4 announcements from some recruits that Alabama is targeting. So we'll be jumping into that. And then Thursday, we do our actual Check Them Out Coach segments where we bring on Hall Tech Sports. I think Hall Tech is on tomorrow, though. We might have Hall Tech tomorrow. Thursday is Brody, and Coach TJ should be joining us this weekend. And then we have another connection with the Voice of College Football. My sister Leanne, she's going to be tapping in with us soon. Also, speaking of Voice of College Football, Alabama Voice of College Football, make sure y'all go and subscribe to their YouTube channel. If you're checking us out on TikTok right now, make sure y'all remembering all this information for our YouTube. That's where you're going to see all of our primary content. If you're a college football fan, not just Bama, I know I rep Bama and I cover Bama, but I talk all football. I'm a former coach, currently taking a break to pursue this career, but former player. A lot of experience in the recruiting space on the collegiate level, on the professional level. We have interactions, a lot of interactions across a lot of different spaces. So glad that you all are here supporting, and continue to support by liking, sharing every piece of content that you come across when it comes to Coach Smook. So without further ado, man, I appreciate y'all for being here and supporting the Coach Smook Network. That's been a fun show today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, give yourself a round of applause for being such a quality support team. A quality chat today, a lot of comments today. Let's see where let's see where we ended at. Want to see real quick before we get up out of here and let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day till I see y'all again, whether it's on TikTok while we're gaming today or if we're live on tonight for our call-in show. Don't forget, tonight is the call-in show. Please do not be scared to call in, chat. You're not going to be on screen tonight. We do that one on Fridays. This is the actual call-in, the phone line. We're at 37 likes on the stream, so appreciate y'all. If you haven't liked it, we can get 3 more before we end the live here in about 2 minutes. And we're going to end it. So if you all could just continue to support, call in tonight. Share your thoughts. We're going to be talking SEC football here on the Coach Smook Network. Now, finally, with that being said, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok. subscribe. You do roll with the tide. Down in the gum, down in the gum, down in the gum with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok, roll with the tide. Down in the gum, down in the gum, down in the gum with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. Twitter X, roll with the tide. Down in the gum, down in the gum, down in the gum with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. Instagram, roll with the tide. Who that? Take your face off that banner, man. I can't hear your keys to take the lead from Piano Man. He's black, not red like tomato juice. I heard you bounce around like a clown. I call him kangaroo. So I hope you get that hint. I just speak intelligent. You speak your segment from the pen. True. That's in my own word. Position make you switch. In my own word. Authenticity above all. There's something they can never be. Just my humble opinion. They fair weather jealousy. Triple A, we down. We don't change boat. Alabama roll tide. Put me in the game.